And welcome to another brand new episode of Live Forex Trading with your host, Peeling Mindset. So, welcome to another brand new day. We are up and running in our YouTube stream and in our Zoom session here. And friends from the Slack community are joining in nice and slow. Beautiful, beautiful. The room is slowly filling up. Beautiful. So, we have our friends coming in. And I'm checking the system for the first few seconds, first few minutes of the stream. Just checking the system if it's up and running perfect, if YouTube is running perfect, and if the Zoom is running perfect. Let me see here. Let me see. Also, the guys in the YouTube are coming in too. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So welcome, guys. Welcome to another brand new episode here. Definitely welcome. This is another beautiful day, and we are trying to see what's going to happen in today's market here. In the next few seconds, we'll be diving in the gold and pound instruments sort of a chart, and we'll see what's going to happen. We will give our bias. All right. So the guys in the YouTube are saying hello, 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 guys. I hope you guys are doing well. They're saying what's good. Everything's good. Everything must be good. We should be glad every day that we're alive. We should be happy. We should be filled with positive energy to give back to the world. That's what I think. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to dive into our gold chart. I do have some of my markings here already. I don't feel like drawing another marking, obviously, because market seems as if it's actually ranging on a hourly sort of a time frame. So let's break down the chart from a daily to our designated 15, 30, 5 minute, 1 minute sort of a chart. So looking at the daily time frame right now in gold seems as if it's actually rejecting this 1855 40 level. So the previous daily candle, yesterday's daily candle actually closed bearish. And this is actually something really important, that price is actually still staying below 1868 30 level. For example, watch this. So if we actually go into the weekly time frame, when you go into the weekly time frame, this 1855.40 was not just any other level. This was actually a weekly rejection level, which the price right now is actually rejecting from. So price eventually rejected 1845.40 from a daily sort of a time frame and rejected 1855.40, which was the previously broken weekly resistance level. We are still below 1860 at this point in time, but I would love to see if this weekly candle actually flips. We do have some of the major events, major financial, economical events happening throughout the week. We had retail sales, we had Bailey speaking yesterday, and we had a lot of stuff. Obviously, retail sales didn't move the market a lot. Maybe the reaction to retail sales was actually priced in the market already, right? So the market may have already reacted to retail sales. But watch this. On Thursday, obviously today is Wednesday, but on Thursday, it looks like we have this FOMC press. Maybe this is going to induce the required volume in the market in gold and in USD sort of a instrument. So we will see what's going to happen in the next day. But for today, Wednesday actually looks clean. There is nothing happening except for a CAD news. The Canadian dollars, they have CPI coming. So this is sort of a monthly news. So we will see how that's actually going to help us in the market, if that's actually going to bring in volume, or if that's going to actually cause the market sort of consolidate. So we will see what's going to happen. But today is a clean day. But tomorrow is something to keep an eye open for, 100%. Now, as we are back in the chart again, so the current weekly candle is actually still bearish, but it's actually rejecting this 1845.40 level, interestingly. And we are exactly halfway through this monthly candle. Isn't it amazing? Because we know that candles move in cycle. For example, if candles have two parts, for example, in a monthly time frame, if candles can be broken down into 15 and 15 sort of a 15 days and 15 days sort of a cycle, obviously the first half of the monthly candle has been passed through already. And this coming for the further coming 15 days are the final days for the monthly candle to move in a consistent or in its final designated direction. So if this monthly candle has actually grabbed its liquidity, and if there's enough momentum, look at this, the candles have been moving up with such an amazing bullish pressure, bullish momentum. If there's enough volume and enough liquidity grabbed by the current monthly candle, there is a chance the current monthly candle could flip bullish. There is, because we are only halfway through the monthly candle. So I would love to see some sort of rejection on the downside, and that is actually going to align with the retail sales news that we actually just got yesterday. And maybe the FOMC is also going to allow the gold to pump up. So I would love to see a pump up than anything else. So one more time, when we go into the weekly time frame, as I've said already, I'm going to say it one more time, the price in gold has been rejecting this 1855.40 clearly enough, very clearly rejecting that level. But when we go into the daily time frame, one more time, going into the daily time frame, look at this. Previous daily candle closed bearish, but actually it hasn't broken the previous daily candles low. For now, if you go into the 4-hour candle, today's daily candle may be bearish, but if you go into the 4-hour time frame, it's so clear that the price is actually starting to reject and starting to move up nice and slow. It may seem as if, you know what, there could be chance for furthermore sales, but if you look into this, look at this. The structure may allow you to build bias, saying that, you know what, there's a chance it can move down. But look at this. This is really important to note down. The price has clearly rejected 1845.40, and price has clearly rejected and is staying above this 1855.40 level. This is a weekly sort of a level. So if the price is actually trying to stay above a significant level and is slowly pushing up, we may get push on the upside. So if the candles start breaking 1860 first, there is a chance price may continue up. And eventually, if price starts breaking 1868.30, we do have a higher chance of moving even up, right? Because there's a clear range on the left-hand side, and we can eventually move up. When gold moves with a lot of volume, there is high chance we can achieve these clear ranges. Look at the clear ranges. It can be achieved 100%. 100% though. That's what I can say. So for now, obviously, you know, if price is going down, if today's a daily candle, and if the candles today, they are going to move bearish, the candles first have to start breaking 1855.40 and start closing below. That way we're going to move down. But for now, I'm still waiting for my buying bias to play out, as I've already explained. If you don't understand, go back to the video in the YouTube and just play it over and over, and you will see what my analogy is. But that's just my idea. It could be wrong, it could be anything, but that's my strong idea. Looking at the 4-hour, look at this. Looking at the 4 hours to the most recent 4-hour candles has been ranging side by side, just moving up, down, up, down, up, down, inside the vicinity of 1855.40 and 1860.60. So if the price is going to range in this range of in about 46.50 range, that is nothing. But if the price starts rejecting this 155.40 level one more time, and if it starts breaking 1860.60, buys are way more clear. And we are only, for example, this current 4-hour candle is not even halfway through. We haven't even moved 2 hours out of the 4-hour. Okay, so we still have 23 minutes left for this 4-hour candle to move halfway through. So we will see how the half of the 4-hour candle closes, and then we will start building our bias. Okay, let's go into the 2-hour time frame. I also look into the 2-hour time frame. Most of the guys here know that I also look into the 2-hour time frame, so it does make sense for me to look into it. So now look at this. Again, I was talking about rejection, right? For example, when you go into this smaller time frame one by one, you will start seeing the micro price action. So look at this. Even if we had a heavy bearish momentum from the top, price has rejected this. Clearly rejected, clearly rejected, clearly rejected. All right, so what are the chances price may break above 1860.60 if there's enough volume and it's going to start moving up? There is a chance. If it's actually moving up in a rejection sort of a way right now, it can actually move up. For now, the current 2-hour candle. So the previous 2-hour candle obviously established some sort of resistance here, and 2-hour candle is clearly moving side by side. So there's almost nothing for me in gold right now. I'm obviously not going to take any position in this range. I'll have to wait for the candles to break above 1860.60 clearly, and I'll see what's going to happen. So it's very interesting to see how if this 2-hour candle is going to stay below 1860.60 or if it's actually going to start rejecting this level and is actually going to close above. So in the next 22 minutes, we will see what's going to happen. But watch this. If this current 2-hour candle actually closes below 1855.40, there is a chance price may push down. So that way you can start building biases for sell as well, okay? So let's see. Let's look into the 1-hour time frame and see what's happening in more details. Ooh, man, look at this. 1-hour time frame clearly moving side by side. The most recent 1-hour candles here moving side by side with a longer wicks on the top and longer wicks on the bottom. What does that tell us? That tells us that, you know what? Maybe the volume in gold may be less, and the pair may be moving nice and slow. Maybe there is not enough volume for the price to drive anywhere. So it's a better idea to actually wait for the volume to come in. So when is the next likely volume time? Maybe pre-New York, and this is the pre-New York time. And when is the next volume time, potential volume time? Maybe New York Open. And if the price doesn't move around New York Open, maybe another real volume time could be the NYSE. Maybe that's when we're gonna move. Renel Sisson says, "Good morning, Renel. I hope you're doing well." So the price is clearly ranging. For buys, clearly have to wait for price to close above 1860.60. As I've said already, price has been ranging. So I'm going to wait for the price to close above. That way I can clearly scale into buys here. The range is pretty clear for me. So I'm going to wait. Easy, nice and simple. Let's go into the 30 time frame and see what's happening here. All right, so the guys in the YouTube are saying morning, morning, morning. I hope you guys are doing well. 30-minute clearly ranging side by side. So the current 30-minute candle has broken the previous 30-minute candle's low. Seems as if it's actually going to move down. Seems as if it's actually rejecting 1860. Look at this. Price seems as if it's rejecting, but at the same time, it's so much clearer on an hourly time frame that it's actually moving side by side. So do I trade when the pairs are moving side by side? Maybe not. Maybe not. I gotta wait. I gotta wait a little bit more. I have to wait a little bit more. So when looking into the 30-minute time frame, it's actually so clear that look at this. Current 30-minute candle broke the previous 30-minute candle low, and if this candle stays below the support, this potential 30-minute support, there is a chance price may scale down into this clear traffic. But I'm actually going to stay away from that. I'm actually going to stay away from that. So I'm going to keep an eye open how prices are going to react around this support level. So this is the close of the 2-hour, potentially 1 hour. So we have to see how the price is going to close. Have to see how the price is actually going to close. Let's go into the 15-minute time frame. Oh, 15-minute time frame. Okay, interesting. So in the 15-minute time frame, if this, for example, if this was the hardcore 15-minute range right here, if this is the hardcore 15-minute range, if prices start closing below this 15-minute support in gold, and if prices start rejecting this range with its wick, if it's actually going to reject this with its wick after the candle starts closing below this level, then there is a high chance it may actually move down and scale into selling sort of situation. But I have to wait because I know if the price is moving in a channel, if it's moving in a range, if it's moving in a range, there is a chance it may do a fake out and come back in the range and move in my original direction. So if it's actually going to move in my original direction, I just gotta wait. I just gotta wait. So what I'm going to do is go into the 5-minute time frame and just see what's happening in the 5-minute moving down with individual candles making lower low and lower high. Interesting enough. But I know it's ranging side by side, so I'm going to stay out of it for now. If anybody takes a sell and it works for you, Man, that's amazing for you, but I'm going to stay out of it. 100%, I'm going to stay out of it. I have to see candles first closing below this support and this support potentially, and then reject this range with a wick to do something like this. Watch, I'm going to show you guys. So I need a candle. Just give me a second. I'll show you guys exactly what I need. For a sell, I'll show you what I need. For a sell, I will need a candle closing below with a proper bearish posture, with a really nice bearish posture, and the next candle make a decent top wick and reject the range and start moving down on the break of the low. That is going to be my sell idea, right? On the break of the low. Only if this happens. If this is not happening, there is no selling trade for me. I'm not going to take a pending. In gold, I'm not going to take a pending right now. It doesn't make sense because price is moving in a range, and in the most recent price action, it doesn't make sense. So that's it. So I'm going to wait. That is going to be my clear sell idea. You just saw it. That's it. Nothing different. So gold, I have to wait for another 17 minutes to see how this hourly candle closes. And that way it'll be way clear. Let's go into the pound yen pair as well and see what pound yen is doing. All right, so my friends are waiting for EJ. Oh, okay, but I don't look at EJ. So EJ moves and give you such a small pip. I mean, EJ sometimes is way clearer than it looks. But yeah, this was the yesterday's pound yen trade I took. Gave me around 5 pips profit and started moving down against me. So I managed the trade yesterday. So for now, look at this. So the yesterday's channel in pound yen actually got respected. Look at this. Look at how the price actually respected the channel and started moving up. Interesting, isn't it? Broke out of the channel and finally started moving up. Broke out of this 155.040 level as well. Actually broke above, rejected for now, moving up. So let's go into the weekly time frame and see if we can actually break down the chart a little bit here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this channel, erase the channel, erase 155.040. So on a weekly sort of a time frame, on a daily sort of a time frame, I had determined that, you know what, 154.845 is a key level, is a frequently tapped level. So that is something important in the back of my head. So going into the daily time frame, weekly time frame is still bullish. Daily time frame, yesterday's daily candle rejected this 154.845 level finally and still closed bearish. Seems as if it's ranging side by side. But if you look at the wick, if you look at the yesterday's daily candles wick, it actually rejected it pretty heavy. Rejected it pretty heavy. And today's daily candle is still bullish, is actually bullish, right? So if the rejection from 154.845 level is happening, look at this. How many times have we actually rejected off of this 154.845 level? You will see. Just give me a second. Look at this. Look at this here. Look at this. Look at how many times prices actually tap that level. Several times. And for now, the price is moving up. Actually interesting, isn't it? Price seems as if it's ranging side by side, but it's actually rejecting 154.845 level. Current 4-hour candle is still bullish, has 2 more hours left for its close. 2-hour candle. Let's look at the 2-hour candle. Oh man, it's ranging. Pound yen is actually ranging. Pretty bad. What about from 155.380 sort of level? Is there any good range on the upside? All right, from 155.380 till this clear range, it's in about 23 pips. Maybe if price starts breaking 155.380, there could be a chance price could move up. Just looking at the recent rejection here. So look at this. Recent rejection. If the price is moving up, we'd love to see a candle close above 155.380 first. At least a hourly candle close above 155.380. So we will see what's going to happen. We'll see what's going to happen. Yep. 155.380. Actually, I'm going to call it 155.390. Okay. So above 155.390 all the way up, it's in about, let's see, how many pips is it? So from 155.390 to 155.610, it's in about 22 pips range. So if the price is going to move up, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And for sells, obviously, we'd love to see candles closing below 155.845. That's as simple as it is. It's actually simple as it is. All right. Yeah, the hourly candle seems as if it's actually making some sort of support here, isn't it? This area actually seems like an hourly support, potential hourly support here on pound yen. Pound yen moving very choppy, to be honest. It's moving with less volume, to be honest. It's actually moving with less volume. Not a lot of volume in the pair. If there was enough volume in the pair, it would have been moving in a consistent sort of a manner. And for now, it's just doing what it does. Sometimes pound yen is on cocaine. That's what it is on. All right, so it's actually sometimes on cocaine and it moves crazy. So, yeah. Does the 30-minute resistance at 155.440 not bother you? We're gonna have a look at the 30-minute resistance as well. So let's see 155.440. Okay, 155.440. Oh, he's talking about this. Okay, Sam Jones is talking about this. Actually, that does matter. That's something to look at. Actually, that's a 30-minute rejection. That shouldn't be ignored. To be that shouldn't be ignored. On an hourly sort of a time frame, it does make sense for the price if it actually starts breaking 155.390 from an hourly sort of a perspective. It does make sense for the price to move up, but we may have a little bit of hard time around this 30-minute 155.440, as our friend Sam Jones pointed out. That is something that that should be considered 100%. 100% considered. Yep. That's right. But if there's enough volume, if there's enough momentum, again, at the same time, if the price is willing to push up, this is only a target. And if that is a target, and if the price finally starts breaking this daily high, this potential daily high, making potential support, and if there's enough volume, we can definitely drive up. That's just the nature of pound yen at the same time. So on an hourly sort of a perspective, I would love to see candles closing about 155.390. So we will see what's going to happen. From a 30-minute, definitely waiting for 155.440 is way more better. And we have 20 pips range remaining on the upside. So we will see what's going to happen. So the first level is 155.390 for me. So I will see what's going to happen. Let's see. Market moving very choppy. All right, so I'm going to set my alerts here. Trying to set my alerts on my terminal. That way, it'll be lovely. Let's see. So, okay, for now, pound yen moving up nice and slow. 15-minute candle is going to close in the next 9 minutes. If this 15-minute candle closes bullish, there's a high chance a support has been established here. And that way, we are still engaging with this clear range here. Yeah, it's just that this is the beginning of the new hour. And in the beginning of the new hour, you don't exactly want to take a trade because you may be a part of market massacre or market retracement. And that's not a good idea, is it? That's not a good idea at all. Yep, pound yen looks like it's moving up nice and slow. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. 155 to 50. Okay, interesting. 155 to 50. Interesting, interesting. Interesting, interesting. Just give me a second, guys. Setting my alerts. And I'll be back in a second. Just give me a second, okay? Give me a second. And we are back again. We are back to it, sir, and we are back again. Alrighty, so let's look at gold at the same time. What's happening in gold? What's happening in gold? Mr. Goldie, what's happening in Goldie? Ooh, gold's moving down nice and slow here. Okay. Let's see, current 30-minute candle moving down nice and slow. Whoever took a sell on the break of the low, man, it works for you guys, 100%. That's good. All right, so Palin here says, I heard Roger is switching to hosting live London session. Oh, yeah, that's correct. That's what his message was. So that is interesting, isn't it? So it's interesting how everything has coincided. Is that the word? Coincided. Coincidence. Coincide. Yep. Coincide. Interesting. Yep. It's such a coincidence that he shifted to London. We were doing London before, and our project shift to New York. And right now, he is trying to do London, and we are trying to do New York. So it's a great coincidence. Yeah. All right, so for now, gold is actually moving down pretty hard just from this recent ranging sort of environment. Right now, gold is moving down nice and hard. So we'll see what's going to happen in the next hourly candle, what the next hourly candle is going to do. For now, the current 30-minute candle seems almost as if it's rejecting this 1855.40 level. So I was actually waiting for a rejection from this 1855.40 level. If it's actually going to reject that, and if it's actually going to start moving up, that is lovely. If it's going to move down, prices closing below 1855 is a good sign for furthermore sells. So gotta wait a little more. All right, so Saj says, hi Anuj, that's news. So you will continue the New York. Excellent. No, yeah. The plan was a New York stream forever. Saj, we were actually planning to do New York stream forever because Raja was doing his own thing, and it was lovely being an attendee in his stream. So we actually respected his resume of New York stream, and that's why we actually started London. And it was lovely doing London because we were doing it no matter what. So we thought, you know what, we may do London stream. So that's how it all started. But the idea was to do a New York stream later. So it's pretty good that everything has actually coincided. It's beautiful. It'll be nice if you can do the Sydney forenoon, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, no, we will 100%. This New York stream and a New York stream is going to be consistent, man. We're not going to stop at all. It is like a friendly project of growing this community. We got to grow this community. I'm not going to give up on the community. So easy. So look at this. So the current hourly candle is going to close in the next 4 hour in pound yen, and looks like the support has been clearly formed in pound yen. It's just that there is no volume in the market, and the market is the pound instrument is having a hard time moving up at this point in time. But the structure technically makes sense to move up. It does make sense to move up. It's just that it's actually near this ugly price action sort of a range, and there is a potentially less volume in the market. So we will see what's going to happen. Here. Saj says, I found that time to be noise-free to fish pips. Oh, yeah, that's right. Palin says, thanks, Anuj. This is a great live stream. Wow, man. Thank you guys for your words. It's amazing how you guys are showing support. It's actually great. Keep it up, and we are gonna keep these streams alive, 100%, though. All right, so the current hourly candle has 3 more minutes left for its close. It seems as if it's still hanging around that 1855.40 level. This is a key level for me. So we have to see how the price is actually going to react or break and close around this level. So we're going to see in the next 2 minutes. In the next 2 minutes. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Until then, just chill, have some water, relax. Yep, gold is pushing down at this point in time. Current 4-hour candle, bearish, near this 1855.40 level. Gotta wait a little bit more. I'm not gonna rush in any sort of trade. So today I need to take a quality trade. That's what is my main idea. I'm not gonna take any random trade today. Not at all. There is a chance the wicks on the bottom could be filled, but we have to wait and see what's gonna happen around the volume time. So the hourly candle has 1 more minute left for its close. Let's see. We haven't looked at pound USD today. Let's look at pound USD. Pound USD and pound JPY are very identical sort of a structure. Anybody trading pound USD? I mean, it's lovely to see price breaking above 14.12.25. If it actually breaks above that level, there is a chance it may actually continue up in an hourly sort of a time frame. It does make sense for the price to actually push up from here. If it's actually going to break that level, we have a clear range. First target about 17 pips, second target about 27 pips, third target about 36 pips. So beautiful, beautiful. All right, Jackie M is here. Jackie M says, hey, morning, 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 good morning, beautiful people, good morning. All right, keeping an eye open in pound USD and pound JPY. Gold is moving down nice and slow. Pound JPY moving up nice and slow together here. All right, so the structure does make sense at this point in time to move up. So we will see how the volume is going to engage with pound instruments today. I haven't actually looked at pound AUD at the same time. We're going to see how pound AUD is moving. Our pound AUD is clearly in the range. Ooh, look at pound AUD. Pound AUD, pound USD, pound JPY, almost sort of identical situation here. Seems very, very lurky for buys. That's what I can say. If prices start closing above 18,3400 level, there is a clear range on the upside from there. It's in about 36 pip first target, second target 54, and 88 pips. Ooh, pound AUD looks much more rewarding than anything. Pound AUD and pound USD looks way clearer than anything else. Keeping an eye open on pound AUD, pound USD, and gold. Let's see. Okay, so the previous hourly candle in pound USD has actually made higher high and a higher low. Clearly made that higher high and a higher low. So the current hourly candle has made a lower wick. It's actually trying to head above right at this point in time. If it actually breaks the previous candle's high, there is a higher chance it can actually push the price above. So let's see. Let's see what's gonna happen. Alrighty. So what I'm gonna do is, where is my pound USD? I gotta get my pound USD ready. My pound USD. Oh, my pound USD. Oh, my pound USD. Alright, so that's good. And let's remove GJ. Is GJ looking any good? Because I have to remove GJ otherwise. GJ. Yeah, GJ is not close to that 155, 390 level. So for now, I'm going to close pound yen for my terminal. Mr. Pound Yen, I am sorry. And pound USD, come to home. Mr. Pound USD, come to home. I see. Okay. Yep, gold. Let's look at gold at the same time. It's getting interesting here, so I'm going to play some music here so that we guys can chill at the same time. Have a little bit of chill time. Chill live stream, I guess. Chill chilly. Chill chilly. Gold moving down. So the previous hourly candle closed bearish. And it hasn't got a proper wick on the downside. Looks like gold's going to move down, man. It looks like gold's gonna move down. If it's actually going to stay below 1855.40, there's a higher chance it's gonna push down. There is a higher chance. See? As long as price starts closing below, hold on, above 141.225. See, so the previous 30-minute candle on pound USD closed like a dodgy candle, closed like a dodgy bullish candle. So not sure how that is going to allow the market to move up. If there's enough volume, if the price starts breaking above 14.1225 on pound USD, there is a chance price may drive up. So waiting for now, waiting for sales. Clearly you have to wait for a 30-minute candle. Clearly you have to wait for the candles to close below this 30-minute support on pound USD, and the range is in about 18 pips range on the downside. So we will see. AUD is ranging side by side. And if there's any question from our friends, any question in the YouTube, obviously bring it up. If we can discuss, if we can lay any light on the question, man, that'll be amazing. If there's any confusion, any question to discuss about, ideas to discuss about, definitely shoot it up. Definitely shoot it up. right, so we are still waiting. Pre-New York market hasn't moved anywhere yet. Obviously, gold dropped. So the previous 1 hour candle dropped from the support, from its ranging sort of a area, is still hanging around that 1855.40. Hasn't dropped significantly. If prices in gold pushing down, we have to see candles breaking these low and actually stay below and eventually closing below this sort of a support and this low as well at the same time. But watch this. For example, if the candle starts continuing up above this support, there is a higher chance that there could be a fake out sort of a move on the downside. And if it's a fake out on the downside, where does it move? It clearly moves on the upside, right? So if there's a fake out on the downside, prices push in the opposite direction, that is the upside. So have to wait and see if that's going to happen, or if gold is just going to drop down. I'm not going to take any sort of trade here because it doesn't make sense for me. So whoever's going to take it, whoever took it, if it's working for you, beautiful. But man, it is what it is at this point in time for me. So waiting to see if pound USD or potentially pound AUD or even pound yen moves up clearly, and that'll be lovely. Pound USD looks way more clear on the upside than anything else. So keeping my eyes open. It's actually funny how the gold price right now seems almost as if it's actually moving in channel, isn't it? We've been talking about the analogy of channel for almost every session here. And look at this, how the 15-minute candle almost seems. For example, if I roughly draw this 15-minute channel, right? This is my rough 15-minute channel. Seems as if price is actually interacting with the channel, isn't it? It's interesting to see these price action tools and see how the prices do react. It's actually lovely. We'll see. We'll see if the candle is going to stay outside the channel, reject this 1855.40 level and move down, or if it's actually going to stay inside the channel and it's going to start heading up. So we will see. We will see. We will see. Interesting pound USD, gold USD, gold obviously gold. Let's see. 5-minute candles almost seems as if it's trying to do this. For example, sometimes these channels do contradict. For example, if somebody's looking for sell, this channel may not make sense. But for now, 5-minute candle seems as if it's actually doing this. If this is going to happen, whoever's going to take sell, maybe it's going to work out for you guys. So best of luck. Best of luck. Yeah, but if prices start closing above the channel, above 1855.40, there is a chance it may actually push up. There is a chance it may push up. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see. We are still hanging around that level. 1855.40. For now, the price is still around that level. For the price to move down, it has to break its own low first. So we'll see what's going to happen in the next 2 minutes. If this 15-minute candle stays above 1855.40, maybe bias for sell does look a little bit funny because this drop is out of nowhere. This drop has come out of nowhere. So we will see what's going to happen. Pound USD. Pound USD on a 15-minute ranging side by side. Clearly, anybody can say that it's ranging, man. Anybody can tell. Anybody can tell it's ranging side by side. So we will see. We will see. Okay, so the 15-minute candle is coming to a close in the next 1 minute. Looks like it's trying to stay bearish here. So we'd love to see how the candle is actually going to maintain either the bearish posture, if it's actually going to start rejecting this bottom price and it's going to start heading up. So we'll see. In the next 1 minute. In the next 1 minute. All right, so pound AUD is moving up nice and slow. Pound AUD moving up nice and slow. Nice. Nice, nice, and nice. Pound AUD 18,3400.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool.
All right, so it looks like gold right now is heading above. It's actually trying to head above inside the channel. So this maneuver, it's a little bit fishy because we had this push on the downside. Oh, look at this. Gold is pushing up. Gold is pushing up, man. It's pushing up. It's actually staying. It's actually trying to stay. It's actually trying to stay above 1855.40 at this point in time. So it's actually interesting to see if the candle's actually going to reject this level to push down, or if it's actually rejecting this bottom level already to move up. It's actually interesting. Actually interesting. Actually very, very interesting here. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. Pre-New York. Pre-New York. Let's see what's going to happen. Interesting. It's actually interesting how the price is interacting with the channel sort of area several times, right? Look at this. Look at this price tapping this level, tapping this level, tapping this level many times, and it looks like it's moving up here. Yeah, it'll be too early to call out buys, but it seems as if it's actually rejecting this 1855.40 level. And if it's actually rejecting that level, there's a higher chance it's going to push even lower. There is a chance it's actually going to push even there is a chance it can actually push even higher if it's actually rejecting 155.40 to move up. All right, so Motsev here sent me something in the Discord. Let's see what's this. FX trading station. Oh, interesting. Okay, I will check this out. How much you trading? Oh, Monster, can you send this to me on the messenger or something? If you have time. Yep, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, it looks like gold is still hanging around this 1855.40, and if it's actually going to break this low, 1 minute low on a micro sort of a time frame, there is a chance it's going to push up. There is a slight bit of chance it can actually push up, right? So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Pound USD. Okay. Pound yen. Okay. Let's see. So the previous 15-minute candle rejected the bottom right now. So the current 15-minute candle has actually broken the previous 15-minute candle's high. And on a micro sort of a time frame, we can definitely see price actually rejecting and being around 1855.40. It'll be interesting to see if prices start closing inside the channel and it's actually going to head up or it's actually going to head down. Still waiting. There's nothing obvious happening right at this point in time. So just waiting. All right, so Lena says, good morning. Evie joined for the trading company, stayed for the singing. Wow, what does that mean? What does that mean, Lena? Lena, does that mean, are you a singer? All right, so right now, so the current 15-minute candle actually rejecting that channel, rejecting that 1855.40, clearly rejecting it, and it's moving down nice and slow, man. Obviously, I'm actually trying to avoid taking sells here even if there's a clear wick on the downside, and we know that gold moves with such a volume already, so there is a chance it can actually move down. But I'm actually trying to stay away from sells because I want to see rejection from the downside than anything else. All right, so Lena says, oh no, when I opened you were singing. Ooh. Was I actually singing? Okay, interesting. Yeah, for now we're just chilling, and in the next 7 minutes it'll be actually interesting to see if this 15-minute candle, all right, if this 15-minute candle actually stays above this level or actually stays bearish and create some sort of resistance. Let's see. Don't wanna complicate ya. For now, just waiting and waiting. For now, just waiting and waiting. Five minutes left for this 30-minute candle in gold to close. Interesting. And we are still waiting and waiting. I mean, for now, gold is still doing what I said earlier. So it's kind of boring. It's kind of boring saying the same thing over and over. But that's the thing that's happening right now. There's actually no build up. You know, if price is willing to move up, it is moving nice and slow. There isn't enough volume in the market, so I can't really make it more exciting. It is boring. It is boring sometimes to wait, but that's what pays us. So, you know, it's actually okay to wait for now. Seems like gold could actually move down here. 15-minute candle is going to close in the next 3 minutes. And it seems as if it's rejecting the channel, rejecting 1855.40. And there's a tries to fill the wick on the downside. Whoever's going to take a sell, man, I think it's going to work for you guys. But I'm actually staying away from it for now. So, yep. Yuppie. It's actually getting colder in my place. It's actually getting really, really cold. And oh, all right. So Shinam says, "Hello, Anuj. How are you, man? Thanks for a great live stream." Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, Shinam. Thank you very much. We are waiting here for now. Just waiting for the next 2 minutes to see what's exactly going to happen here. And on pound USD. Pound USD ranging side by side. Would love to see candles breaking the highs here and start closing above 14 at 12.25. So that way I can start building my bias for buys. Let's see. But definitely have to say, you know, pound instruments, it's actually not very consistent right now. Pretty choppy, you know, not performing well. Pound instruments not performing well. So the current hourly candle on pound USD has made this a decent lower wick, and if prices start moving up, breaking its own low, if the candles starts moving up, breaking its in its own high, if it's going to move up, breaking its own high and 12.25, there is a chance it's going to push up. So I'm just keeping my eyes open on an hourly time frame on pound USD. Pound USD, pound USD. Let's see. I hope the mic in Zoom is actually not disturbed by the fan in the AC. So I've actually turned it on because it's so cold out here. Need the heater. So please do let me know if it's actually any not good, any not good. So for now we're just waiting and waiting. All right, so we are waiting. And we are waiting. So the previous 30-minute candle in gold has actually finally closed bearish outside the channel. Interesting. Jackie Yum here says, I'm gonna stay away from gold until FOMC. That's actually a good idea, you know. That's actually a good idea because it's ranging side by side. Not much of a volume seen here, obviously. So Gold seems as if it can actually drop right now. So let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see. Yep, looks like gold is pushing down. Pushing down. Gold is pushing down. Mr. Gold is pushing down. Alright, so 5 minute does make sense for the price to move down. The only thing is there is not enough range on the downside. I would say in about 12 pips, in about 19 pips. Obviously with pre-New York and New York Open, we may get a lot of volume in it. But man, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Wow, it's actually moving down pretty nice here. In about 11 pips from the low. I might, Lena says, I might have jumped the gun, but I took a small sell. Oh, okay. Now it does make sense on the 5 minute as in the structure, on the recent price action and the structure. It does make sense for the price to move down, but the only fact that, you know what, the range is small. But if it works, it works. If it works, it works. Definitely. If it works, it works. Alright, so pound USD moving up slowly. Slowly moving up. Would love to see at least a 15-minute candle close above 12.25. We do have this a little hardship sort of area here. We'll see what's gonna happen. See what's gonna happen. So we're gonna have the market open in the next 26 minutes here. In the next 26 minutes. So the current hourly candle in pound USD looks like it could actually push up. Eventually, if this hourly candle in the next 25 minutes, if it could actually close above 14.12.25, there is chances for buys. But until then, I'm waiting here. I'm not trying to take an early entry. If the market gives me a proper entry above 14.12.25, that will be lovely. Yep, looks like gold is gonna drop down. Looks like it. Looks like it. Give me a second. We are still hanging around here. Okay, we are still waiting. Waiting and waiting. Right, so in gold, previous 15-minute candle rejected this channel, rejected this 1855, and current 15-minute candle broke the lows and still hanging around that area. Okay, so if there's enough volume, prices in gold may drive the candles even lower. So let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see. The market is pretty rangy, to be honest. Pretty rangy. Pretty rangy. Yeah. If anybody else has any sort of idea, just shoot it up. Lena says slow, so slow and rangy, so I close at 8 pips, but I appreciate not losing, so it's good. That's actually correct. Lena is correct. She secured, so beautiful. That is amazing. Securing is the idea. Rather than having a big loss, a small position securing is just as fine. Sometimes that's okay, and we have to be humble in front of the market, and we cannot put in a grudge saying that, you know what, I want 20 pips, I'm not going to close until I get 20 pips. It's actually very smart. Very smart. And we will see what's going to happen in the next 18 minutes, because in the next 18 minutes we will see the New York Bank Open, North American Bank Open. So we will see. We will see. We are waiting and waiting, and looks like a gold right now is actually rejecting the bottom. Rejecting the bottom. I would love to see candles closing above 1855 if that's the case. So let's see what's going to happen. On gold, 1 minute is starting to push up. Been waiting for this on gold. That's actually correct. I've been waiting too. So would love to see what's going to happen eventually, right? So it looks like this is a contraction here. This is a consolidation on the bottom, and seems like in relation to candles body size with volume, the volume on the downside is dying, and if it's actually dying, we'll have to see candles close above 1855.40 first, and then breaking this high, eventually moving up and clearing out the traffics on the left hand side. So we'll see what's going to happen, right? So let's see what's going to happen. All right. So NYSE says on YouTube, he says, "What happened to gold? It's not moving. It's not moving, man. It's not moving anywhere." To be honest, it's not moving anywhere. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Man, oh man, pound USD still hanging around there. Gold looks like rejecting this bottom price. So we'll see what's gonna happen. We'll see what's gonna happen. Oh, look at this. This is actually interesting, right? So the current 30-minute candle is actually rejecting the bottom, has 12 more minutes left for its close. If this current 30-minute candle actually engulfs the previous 30-minute candle, that could be a sign of rejection from the downside, and it could be an early sign that, you know what, price may push up. So just waiting here. Haven't taken any position yet, just reading the market, staying calm with the music and friends. I mean, we are still waiting. So yeah, that's just it today. So that's the thing about the market. Once market moves so consistent, gives you all of the trades in the market, sometimes the market performs like this, you know. So it's just a cycle, how market moves. It moves consistent. It moves in a really bad way. It doesn't perform well at all. So what do? You just stay there with your hands crossed, and you don't force a trade. If you have taken any trade, be happy with smaller profits or even smaller loss, and just call it a day and stay there and enjoy the price action. That's the best thing, right? That's the best thing about trading in the community together live. You get to be there, and you don't get to be the dumb ass. If you be dumbass and you trade in the corner, like over trading without any common sense, that's not going to help you. So this is amazing. We're here waiting, reading the market, enjoying the price action. So this is lovely. Just waiting. And waiting. Yeah, looks like the FOMC is going to move the market. Until then, I think gold is just going to break some people's heart here. It's actually going to break some people's heart. Looks like it. And waiting. And waiting. We are just waiting. Bum bum bum. Papaya. Bra bra bra. Bra bra. Alright, so the current hourly candle seems as if it's actually rejecting the previous hourly support. And if this hourly candle closes above 1855.40, there is still a chance for the price to move up. So we will see. Alright, so Rachel Wong on YouTube says, are you trading USD CAD later? No, not really. I actually don't look at USD CAD. One of my friends used to look at USD CAD, and he used to call out amazing trades on USD CAD. But yep, I actually don't look at USD CAD. So going to stay away from USD CAD for now. But if anybody's trading USD CAD, if you send in the chart, we can have a look at it. 100% we can have a look at it. Or my friend Dominic is saying he loves USD CAD. Ooh, amazing. That's nice. Yeah, man, I used to look at USD CAD long back ago, but yeah, stopped trading USD CAD. Stop trading USD CAD. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. USD CAD. I'm bored. I'm trying to whistle here. Come on, man. The market is so boring. I'm starting to whistle here. Come on, man. Come on. Alrighty. Still waiting. Alright, so Z Anonymous says, what's your favorite pair? So the answer to that question is, if you look into my terminal, in my history, you would only see gold, you would see pound yen, pound USD, pound AUD. That's all. Nothing else after that. So I trade gold and 3 pound instruments. That's pound USD, pound AUD, and pound JPY. That's it. I know it's 4, the number is 4, which is a lot, but it does make sense to look at pound USD, pound AUD, and pound JPY together, because I live in Australia, and I know the news is news and the economical world around Australia, right? And I look into USD a lot. And pound JPY makes so much sense, for example, in around a London session, because there's so much volume. So if you look into my trades in my terminal, for example, you will see in around London session, I take a lot of GBPJPY and gold trades. And if you look into my GBP USD trades, most of them happen around New York session. And if you look into gold, obviously all of the times, if you look at pound AUD around Asian session or London session. So it makes sense, kind of makes sense. But yeah, for beginners, it's actually recommended to stick to 1 or 2 pairs for beginners. It's actually recommended, you know, so you have to decide on your own what you prefer. But at the end of the day, 1 or 2 pair or working with 1 or 2 instruments is actually only making your life easier. It's going to be easier for you to start with. So as a beginner trader, it's actually a good idea to start with 1 or 2 pair. It's actually recommended. So for now, the current hourly candle still bearish, but it seems as if it's rejecting the bottom level, hasn't moved in any direction significantly. So we will see. Alright, so Rachel Wong says, would you take USD CAD as a confluence for gold? I don't take that as a confluence for gold, because the correlation between USD CAD and gold's movement could actually fluctuate. For example, if you actually go into FX book, for example, if you go into FX book and you see, for example, you say USD CAD and gold USD correlation. If you look into this, you will see that the correlation between the pairs do fluctuate. So it's actually not a good idea looking into the other pair and saying that, you know what, this pair is going to go down. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense fully. Okay, look at this. Look at the correlation. It's loading. Just give me a second. It's loading. You will see what's happening. Okay, so look at this. if you go into my FX book, you will see that, you know what, the correlation actually changes. For example, USD CAD and gold moves 52% similar. Again, the correlation changes, negative 54%. Oh my God! So are you gonna take a buy if USD CAD is going up? Doesn't make sense, right? So again, it moves 67% similar. So are you gonna take a sell when USD CAD is going down, gold goes down? No, it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't work like that 100%. So it's actually a good idea to have a somewhat knowledge of pairs moving in opposite or in the same direction, but you cannot heavily rely on it. It doesn't make sense. You cannot heavily rely on it. Look at the cycle. Even the correlation happens in a wave. So do you want to be a part of that wave? I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, so the previous 1 hour candle clearly rejected the bottom in gold. If that wick is going to be filled, we have to wait. Obviously, FOMC may be causing the market in USD instrument or even gold to sort of like freeze, sort of like move in a range right now. And maybe we'll get this clear price action once this FOMC conference is held and they start talking about the US economy and furthermore inflation and stuff. So we will see. We'll see what's going to happen, and we'll see how the investors are going to perceive these ideas, and obviously we will see. All right. So Kanya Miku says, "Hi, what can we expect from news coming out of CAD?" So looking at the CAD news, it says CPI. So you can expect CPI. And it gives you negative numbers here. So I'm actually not looking to CAD pairs. So I personally don't care about this, but CPI may move the market. I've seen CPIs moving the market. So I haven't back tested any CPI CAD news. So I cannot tell you 100%. But have to see, if you're trading CAD pairs, you have to be careful to not be in any sort of market position. Maybe if it's a fresh market position, maybe you shouldn't take it. That's all my suggestion is. But CPI may pump some volume in these CAD instruments. So you will see. That's the first thing you could expect: volume, volatility, jump in the spreads, and not taking a market order. So that's it. And Z Anonymous says, but maybe because of the Fed meeting. Yeah, that could be the case. I think gold. Okay. I don't understand. So Z Anonymous says, I think gold and cable are going up. I don't know what cable is. I don't know what cable is. If that's a nickname for USD CAD, I'm not sure. Not sure. Cable is GBP USD. Oh, actually, somebody had told me about this recently. I forgot. See, it's it's no wonder I forget the nicknames. So interesting. All right, so if the 5-minute candles start closing inside the channel, we are already 4 minutes in the New York market. New York Bank open, so the New York Bank has opened already. So if you don't know what session you are in, what market's happening around you, new beginners on the YouTube, guys, just go into the Forex Factory, go into the market tab, and you will exactly see what market is happening. Right now, we are 4 minutes in the New York session. Maybe that's going to move the market a little bit in any sort of way. So we will see. If 5-minute candles in gold starts closing above 1855.40 and eventually starts breaking the high, technically it makes sense for the price to move up. So we will see what's going to happen. I'm going to keep my eyes open for that. So let's see what's going to happen. Looks like pound USD is pushing up nice and slow here. All right, so Kanya on YouTube says, I've been holding a buy on USD CAD. Would it be advisable to hold or get out of the trade? So that is not a right question you could ask. All right, so I'm never going to advise you anything, but look at this. If so he says he's on buy. I don't know where you're in buys from, right? So first thing, I don't know where your position is from. And second of all, you should know on your own already before you enter when you should exit the market and when you should enter the market. If you don't know when you should exit out of the market, you should prepare your plan, buddy. You still need to prepare your plan to get inside the market. I'm not sure where you've been holding the position from. Are you holding the position from 12700? Are you holding the position from there? I don't know, right? So that's not an exactly correct question. Nobody is ever going to advise anything here, okay? So it's up to you to understand if there's any value, any knowledge given in the stream. But at the same time, if you're asking me when to exit out of a trade, you should know it already. You should know it already. If you're in deep loss, you gotta think about cutting down your losses somehow. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. For now, pound USD moving up nice and slow around this 14.12.25 level. We'd love to see a candle close above at least a 15-minute candle. Maybe that's going to push the price above. So for now, waiting. Waiting is the key for now. Let's see what's going to happen. All right, so the current 4-hour candle in pound USD is bullish, and it makes sense for the price to stay bullish and eventually fill the wick on the left-hand side. If it actually stays bullish and stays above 14.12.25, there's a higher chance price may achieve this clear range on the left-hand side in this pound USD or so-called cable sort of instrument. So we will see. We will see if that is the case here. We are 8 minutes in the New York Bank Open. Obviously, market has been ranging pretty much because of this FOMC sort of a news. So maybe FOMC's conference is still the major factor that's going to cause the market movement today. So that's why market's been just ranging side by side. So we will see. We will see. $30-minute candle. So the previous 30-minute candle in gold has created some sort of support here with a heavy rejection from the downside, and the current 30-minute candle is still hanging around that support. Let's see what's going to happen. All right, so Dominic has sent me a USD CAD bias. Let's have a look into his look into his chart. So he's looking into. So what is he looking into? Is he looking for a sell? Mr. Dominic, where is the labeling? Come on, Dominic, where's the labeling? You gotta put in your labeling, my friend. Mr. Dominic's gotta put in his labeling. Otherwise, this is just otherwise this is just candles for me. I don't know what candles are this. Oh, candles, candles, candles. Look at this. Candles. Alright, so we are something hit. So that's my gold. Let's see. Ooh, gold is moving up. Let's see. Ooh, gold is carrying on into the channel. Slowly moving into the channel here. Ooh, interesting. We are 10 minutes in the market and slowly moving up. Interesting. Interesting. Wow. It's actually interesting. Sorry about that. I'm going to remove that and delete that alert. Okay. So I was actually expecting price to break this high and start moving above. If this 5-minute candle closes inside this channel, there is a higher chance price may achieve the clear range on the left hand side and attack these targets. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Keeping my eyes open in gold because gold moves with such volume. Actually monitoring the price in a 5-minute and 1-minute sort of a time frame right now. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see. Let's see. We are 12 minutes in the New York session already, and pound USD pushing up very nice and easy. Let's see. So the 15-minute candle in pound USD is going to close in the next. Let's see. Alright, so the 15-minute candle in pound USD is going to close in the next 2 minutes. Is it actually going to close above 14.1225 or what's happening? I'm keeping my eyes open in gold and pound USD at the same time. I mean, yep, I think it's actually going to continue up. Gold is going to continue up here. Yep, it's actually going to continue up. It's actually going to continue up even higher. Interesting. And pushing up nice and slow in gold. Let's see. Yeah, man, gold is going to move up here. Gold is definitely going to move up. Definitely going to move up. So this trade was definitely an advanced trade here. Definitely an advanced trade. So it happened. It just happened, you know. So was expecting the price to move inside the channel, which it did eventually. We talked about how candles size getting smaller on the downside also projected. So man, I actually placed a pending here. I didn't tell you guys because it was an advanced idea about how candles expecting to move inside the channel sort of idea. You know, it's actually interesting. Please don't be upset if I show you this trade. Please don't be upset because this was an advanced idea. All right, I'm still keeping my eyes open in look at this. So this is my gold trade right here. This was a pending. Remember how an alert hit heavily? So this is my position right now in 11 pips. So let's see what's gonna happen. All right, so let's see what's gonna happen. I'm just expecting 10 to 15 pips, so I can secure this anytime. If it starts rejecting, I can close it anytime. So it was an advanced idea. We've been taking this trade forever in the stream. I didn't call it out because it was an advanced idea, but yes, it happened all of a sudden with volume. Was anticipating the price to move up. So yep, it's moving up for now. I'm going to secure once I hit 15. Let's see what's going to happen. We are 15 minutes in the market and the price is moving up nice and slow. Moving up, look at this. So the guys in YouTube can definitely see my terminal. And securing right here. Yep, 15 pips secure and placing break even just right here. Trade is at break even at this point in time. So I don't know if the Zoom guys are able to see my terminal, but yep, that was it, man. That was actually an advanced trade. I've seen this happening several times. My pending was around here, around this level above this high, and it moved up all of a sudden with a lot of volume. So I'm still in one of the position in about 20 pips in profit. So it's pretty good. Pretty good. And it seems as if it can actually push even higher. It seems as if it can actually push higher. In the next 14 minutes, we have this FOMC sort of a sorry, hold on, this CAD sort of a news. So not sure how that's going to push the market, but look at this. It's actually moving up nice and slow. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to secure some right here. Secure at least half of this left remaining position. Secure half of this. If I secure half of this, I don't really care what the market does, right? So, yep. Can you check my chart? So Z Anonymous has sent me a chart. So let's see what's happening here. Oh, Jatin has sent a chart. Let's look at Jatin's chart here. So that happened all of a sudden, you know. I obviously didn't call it out. Advanced trade. Whoever was listening to me, they got an idea. Definitely. My friends in Zoom, they know what was happening. They heard the alert. They heard the trade was activated. They heard everything. Okay. They listened to my idea too. So yeah, just give me a second here. Jatin's chart. Let's look at Jatin's chart here. Mr. Jatin. So my pending was around here. Pending was around here in about 10 pips stop loss. I was anticipating the volume to push the price up. So in about, stop loss was in about 10 pips. Position is still running. So let's see what's going to happen. It's a runner. So if it's actually going to push up, beautiful. If it's not going to work, I mean, if it's going to hit me back in my stop loss, the rest of the runner, I don't really care. So let's look at this this trade here. Ooh, I cannot see your chart. Jatin, I can't see your chart. Yep, I can't see your chart. All right, let's look at somebody else's chart here. Z Anonymous says, can you check my chart and see if it's okay? All right, so Z Anonymous, I can't see your link because looks like you have posted a full link. If you post the full link, I can't see. You gotta post the extension of your link. For example, you have to go here, select the camera icon, and when you copy the link, you paste it somewhere. And only send me the extension. Just send me the extension. If you send me the extension, I can see it. So let's see what's gonna happen. Okay. So for now, my runner is still running. Was a amazing trade that happened only because of the volume. I'll show you guys my trade one more time. Look at this. It's still running with a little bit of volume remaining here. Still running, still running, still running. Small position. Look at this. It's actually still running, right? In about 28 pips in profit. I'm not sure if the Zoom guys can see it. I'm not sure. Because I'm only sharing the Chrome to you guys. So, not sure. Secured in about half here, so we will see what's going to happen. We'll see what's going to happen. Sanchit says, Sanchit in YouTube says, you know, guys in your Zoom are paid, so you have to do it for them, no choice for you. Oh, not really. Not really. So the guys in the Zoom are my friends from the same community. So we are not doing any paid service here. They are here just as a purpose of friend, enjoying the price action and the stream. Here, nobody is obliged to give a trade to one another. They don't really care if I give trades to them. I can talk about ideas. We can talk about ideas. But this trade right here was an advanced trade. I've been calling out trades to everybody in YouTube and even the Zoom, but this one was an advanced trade. I placed a pending, and I didn't want you guys to take this trade because you don't know what to expect, right? So I didn't call it out. But yep, it happened. I was talking about this idea the whole time. I was talking about how candles size in relation to volume is dying on the downside. I was talking about how candles are actually rejecting the bottom. If any of the candles start closing inside the channel, there's a higher chance of price moving up, and it did happen. And look at this. My friend Zur Orido has secured 20 pips, and he's done for the day because he knows what's happening. You gotta know what's happening. That's the idea. That's the idea. Beautiful, beautiful trade, man, in gold. This is the beautiful thing about gold, you know. When it moves with volume, it moves so consistent. You actually get your trade. Your idea works once there is a lot of volume. We were still looking for a bias of buy, and it happened early. Looks like the fake out was a real thing. Looks like the pump around the pre-New York was nothing. The pre-New York pump got corrected so easily, right? So there is a higher chance that price can actually move even further up, maybe stop breaking 1860 eventually, and it can actually push up. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And pound USD, our pound USD has broken that 14.12.25 level, 30-minute candle above that level right at this point of time. In the next 7 minutes, it's actually closing. So we have had one 15-minute candle close above that level too. So whoever took a buy on the break of the high impulsive idea, it's actually retracing down at this point in time. So it'll be lovely to see another candle, or even this current candle actually retraces and retests 14.12.25 before heading up. If it actually does that, there is a higher chance gold pound USD could actually move even higher. Okay, for now I'm actually done for the day. To be honest, gold has paid me enough already. It has paid me enough. In a high volatility news event sort of a day, it has paid me enough. I don't need to overtrade. I have this runner running, and I don't really care if this runner gives me a lot or it gives me nothing, hitting me on my stop loss, back again on my break even sort of a point. So I am staying calm here, trying to stay calm if I can actually capitalize on this pound USD sort of a trade. Let's see what's going to happen. So this was the original position, taken with pending. I obviously didn't tell you guys. I placed the pending around there. So let's see. Interesting. Beautiful. Beautiful trade. All right, Z Anonymous, I cannot see your link still. I cannot see it. You have to only send me the last extension. You can only send me, for example, you can only send me the last word. This, you can only send me words from the X and further. If you send me the whole link, I cannot see it in YouTube. It's just the way it is, so I cannot help you with that. If you send me the last get it. I cannot see it. Z Anonymous, I cannot see it. Maybe try it one more time. Try it one more time. All right, in the next 4 minutes, we have this CAD news, CAD CPI news. Maybe that's going to move the market somewhere too. Let's see if there's going to be any shock effect in gold. Is there going to be any sort of shock effect or what? But beautiful, man. Beautiful day here. Beautiful day. Beautiful. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. Secured about 20 pips in gold. Amazing. Amazing. Even showed my terminal to my friends on YouTube. And potentially the Zoom guys did see the entry too. So it was a lovely. Actually lovely. Beautiful. Moved about 30 pips from my entry. Secured 20 pips successfully. Z Anonymous, I cannot see it, mate. I actually cannot see it. I cannot see it. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, pips. Buys. Da 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 da. All right, so the price in gold is retracing down pretty hard, very close to my break-even stage right now. If it's actually going to hit me on my break-even sort of a idea, it should be okay because I've secured enough out of the market, almost about 90% out of the market. Sorry, hold on, 80% out of the market, right? Almost about 80% in gross out of the market. And if it's actually going to push up, lovely. If it's actually going to hit me on my break even, well, it is what it is at the same time, right? So I will just wait and see what's going to happen next. Would love to see FOMC moving the market consistent in any sort of direction. Until then, gold right now is actually correcting the downside move that happened around pre-New York. On the pre-New York, price dropped heavily and prices are closing inside the channel above 1855.40 has allowed the price to move up. So beautiful. Definitely beautiful. Yep, pound USD is still around that 14.12.25 level. All right, so what I'm going to do is right now, let's see what I can do here. All right, so for the guys who actually took it, for the guys in Zoom, if you were listening to my idea and if it was clear enough, and if you did capitalize off of the gold trade, this celebration is for you guys. And we're gonna do the and my position has been stopped at a break even. I mean, that's okay. I'm okay about it. So this is for you guys, right? So just give me a second. And there you go. All right. So this celebration is for you guys. I've sent this YouTube stream link, and the YouTube stream is happening side by side as you guys know it. And if you guys actually took the trade, we are going to celebrate in the next 5 seconds. We will see if anybody has actually got the link. If you got the link, if you go in the link, we are going to start the celebration in the next 5 seconds. So this celebration is for you guys. If you took it, this is for you guys. And the celebration is happening in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There you go. Only the YouTube guys can see it. Sorry about that. Only the guys in the YouTube can see the celebration. Actually took that trade, capitalized off of it. Beautiful. And right now the price in gold is rejecting off of that channel on the downside. Looks like there's a higher chance it's actually going to move up. Looks like the price is still engaging with the channel. There's a higher chance it can actually reject this one more time, and it can actually start moving up, and that'll be beautiful. That will be beautiful. Beautiful. So a counter trend, a explosive counter trend with a volume idea did happen. Secure the position. It's running against us at this point in time, still hanging around that 1855.40 level. Man, that was amazing. That was actually amazing. All right, Z Anonymous on YouTube says, when will Raja join you? All right, so hopefully Raja comes in one of the streams. Actually, Raja did show up in our stream once, and he was having a good time. We actually agreed at that time on one of the gold biases, and we took the position afterwards. So that was amazing. That was amazing. But for now, Raja is very busy in managing his house abroad, so he's actually gonna come back hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. So beautiful. Gold had to run down to stop all the runners. Oh, yep, that's right. Jur is actually correct. Sometimes gold does this. Gold, I mean, on the stock market, sort of a movement, there is a clear flushing that happens. They call it the flush out, where the traders get flushed out later. Later around the market close hours, players and traders do get flushed out, but gold does this often. For example, I've got a runner. There is a high chance my runner gets stopped out, and I always don't let any money on the table. See, I actually just take it and I'm out of there. I'm taking it and I'm out of there, and I never leave my runner with any money in the table. I just put it at a break even with certain amount of profit. So even if it stops me out, it still gives me something. So it's okay. Tariq here says, that was a good call, Anuj. I didn't take it. I was a little late. Yeah, man, that was very explosive. To be honest, that was very explosive. We were waiting for the candles to actually start rejecting these bottom price and start closing above 1855.40 eventually. And my pending was around this level, right here, the exact level as here, around this level, where I thought if price had to move up inside the channel and actually correct the downside movement from pre-New York, it should start breaking this high and eventually this high. And these targets could only be targets for the price to actually hit. So I placed my pending around there with 10 pips stop loss. So if my pending was to be activated, and which it did get activated with the alert sound, everybody heard it, you know, bang, 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 bang. And when it activated with 10 pips stop loss, it just pushed up with volume. So that was pretty good. I didn't call it out because it was a dangerous trade. It was there was risk associated with it, and not many people know what's happening. See, so beautiful trade. And the price is still inside the channel. Don't get me wrong. There is still chances for the price to move up inside the channel. If it's actually willing to push up, there is a chance it may trend even higher. So you've just got to wait. All right. Jur here says 80 to 90% of the time, yep, gold does flush you out. That's correct, Jur. That is correct. That is correct. Most of my runners in gold, they do get flushed out. I don't know why. Because it's already so volatile. You know, must be that must be the reason too. The maximum my runners in gold have run is in about 100 pips, and I've secured it. And once I've secured it, it started going against me, man. Thank God I secured that 100 pips runner one time. So yeah, it happens. It definitely happens. Tariq says that pending was above the previous 1 hour high. Yes, it was above the previous 1 hour high as well. It was above the previous 1 hour high, and it was also above, for example, if you look into the minute times, for example, if you look into the lower time frame details and the minute details, you could definitely see that the price was actually rejecting the bottom, reject, making support, a reject. So there was a chance for the price to close inside the channel, but I wasn't expecting such a big push, and the push came out of nowhere. I was expecting the price to move up nice and slow, but look at this, price closed above. At the same time it was closing above, it just pushed up, boom, gave me 30 pips. So that was the idea. Simple idea. Simple idea. All right, Z Anonymous says, wow, 100 pips in one trade is amazing. In gold, 100 pips is something that can happen for real. It's not a joke. It can happen, but you should be comfortable securing early. You know, expecting 100 pips and a home run in gold is not a healthy exercise. It's not a healthy exercise. Personally, for me, it's not a healthy exercise. I try and manage to secure early before hitting that home run. If I'm gonna get that home run of 100 pips, I will actually let the runner do the job, all the dirty job. Until then, yeah, I'm okay. Oh no, Paylene says I fell asleep while waiting. Okay. Interesting. And looks like we're gonna push up even higher now. Look at this. Look at how 5 minute exactly interacted with the channel, right? 3 times, several times actually. Look at this. Interacted in about the channel. Obviously, this channel has been roughly drawn. So look at this. Candles actually reacting with the channel. candles actually reacting with the channel. If any of the candles still close inside the channel, there is a chance it may move up. So keeping an eye open for that. Four-hour candle still bearish in gold. 18 more minutes left for this 4-hour candle to close. And all of the 4-hour candles, look at this, the rejections are getting higher, higher, higher. So eventually rejections are getting higher and higher. So we'd love to see candles pushing up than anything else. Prices interacting with this 1855.40 level one more time. Interesting. All right, so my friend Jackie M here says he actually took GJ sales, but he got break even. So that's nice. Break even is better than a loss. So break even is better than a loss. Let's see how USD CAD moved here. Did the CPI news moved it anywhere? Oh man, there's no effect of CPI on USD CAD. Pound USD still below 1412.25. Need to see a 30-minute candle closing properly above 1412.25. Yep, gold is pushing up nice and slow. Look at this. Look at how price is actually pushing up nice and slow. It seems as if price in gold is ranging side by side. It seems as if it's actually ranging side by side, but we can clearly see that price is rejecting higher and higher every time. Reject higher, reject higher, reject higher every time. So price interacting with this 1855.40 level, it's only allowing the price to push up even furthermore. There is a wick on the top now which the price can actually eventually fill. So we'll love to see if the final direction after the FOMC is a bullish push. We'll love to see that. We'll love to see that. Look at how 5-minute created a support right at the channel here. There is a chance if the price is going to respect the channel and 1855.40, prices in gold is actually going to push even higher in the next 45 minutes. In the next 45 minutes, we will see the NYSE push potentially. So the NYSE does bring in a lot of volume in the market. And if there's a high chance for the price to move up, this support here on a smaller time frame and price respecting these levels do make sense for the price to move even higher. Let's see. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see if this current 30-minute candle is going to reject this level and is going to finish bullish, or if it's actually going to stay bearish. Hourly candle. Ooh, man, oh man. Interesting. It's an interesting view. All right, so Z Anonymous tells us, what is the Apple MC? Please tell us. Well, I'm not sure what is Apple MC. Oh, not Apple MC. Oh my God, Z Anonymous. It's not Apple MC. It's FOMC. It's this right here. Look at this. Come on, man. You're talking about Apple MC? I don't know what Apple MC is. Look at this. If you actually go into Forex Factory, and if you go into the calendar tab, you will see that, you know what, in around in about the next 6 hours, 5 hours, you have this FOMC news, and it's a very high volatile news. Look at this, high impact news. So maybe that's going to cause the USD sort of an instrument to move later. So that's what I'm talking about, not Apple MC. All right, so Rachel Wong says, could you share how did you learn how to trade? Anything observed so far? Z Anonymous, go Google yourself. Okay. So Rachel Wong says, how did you learn how to trade, right? So, for example, I was following this guy called Raja Banks, Rakil, right? And Uncle Ted from back then when they were doing Twitch live streams, Twitch shows, and they were talking about ideas in a very deep insight. They were so open. They were actually sharing ideas very clear. So that made me more interested into trading. So I did a little bit of my own research. I came into the group. We were talking about ideas freely, really vigilant, really clear. You know, everything was so clear. So learning trade was obviously an experience that was collected over time. A lot of my failures, a lot of my back tests over the years, and in staying in front of the chart, long hours helped me learn trade. So that's all I can say. So if you're a beginner, if you're starting just now, the best advice is to stick with 1 or 2 pairs and try and back test. Try and back test what you actually want to achieve. What is your plan and what is your setup? You have to be confident in your setup. For example, setups like this, for example, I took a pending around here. This was a normal trade, to be honest, for me. But for another beginner trader, they don't know what's happening. They don't know what they should be expecting. They don't know what sort of trade it is. They don't know if it's a pending order, an impulsive idea with a volume idea side by side. They don't know if it's a rejection from the downside. They don't know if it's a fake out. So that sort of vocabulary, that sort of idea only comes when you back test and you actually get a reference from a real live trading group. So yeah, it all came from experience. I'll have to say my experience and hard time in front of the chart did help me a lot. But Raja Banks, wicks don't lie. He's the amazing guy out there who shares his knowledge without any hesitation. So that's actually one of the inspiration for this stream on the YouTube to go live side by side every day. You know, it's actually an encouragement. It's actually another hope that reaching new community, growing friends, and sharing ideas for free, just to make it more accessible for the other people. That's all it is. So if you want to learn Forex, if you actually want to learn price action in the best way possible, come to the stream and start asking questions. Why? Start asking questions. How? And also put in your own personal effort and time after you go out of the channel and you start talking about this. All right, you have to start talking about this to yourself. Start doing your own bit of research and come up with different ideas, and then again back test and experience the market and slowly get into that trading sort of a habit. So you will see what I'm talking about in the next coming few years. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you that, you know what, you're going to be the great in the next 1 or 2 months. It's very highly unlikely, but you will experience the market and learn. You will learn about support. You will learn about resistance. You will learn about ranges. You will learn about probability. You will learn about good hands, bad hands. So when I'm talking about good hands and bad hands, if you guys know anything about poker, you will know about good hands and bad hands, right? So you will see. Oh my God, Enzo Corteza, he says, Raja messaged me and asked if I was interested in crypto signals. Do you think it's profitable? It's a scam. There are a lot of people who are faking Raja Bank's profile and are faking people. Never ever trust somebody who messages you first. That's impossible. If Raja will ever come to anybody and ask them about crypto, he doesn't care about crypto. He only does what he does. If anybody named Raja comes to you, that is a fake guy. Just imagine, Raja makes a lot of money himself. He would never go to another person to scam, right? Asking money from other people to join a signal is a scam. You should be clever enough to identify it. Enzo, if ever in your life somebody comes to you to tell you that, you know what, I can handle your money, you better tell them that, man, I know how to handle my money myself. Just get out of here. I don't want to see you in my sight. Just block them. Just get out of there. So there are a lot of scammers out there acting out as if they are Raja, they're Uncle Ted. Crazy people. I don't know what they're doing, man. Crazy. All right, so Rachel Wong says, how did you get Raja to mentor you? All right, very simple. So there was a how did you say the word? Intake. There was an intake that he announced long back then, and he was talking about how you can join in the group and stuff. You know, I had already learned a lot of stuff on my own from his YouTube videos and Uncle Ted's contents out there. It's freely available, you know, obviously 100% freely available. So I had learned a lot of stuff, but I actually wanted to put everything in manner and start asking questions, deeper questions. I wanted to question all of the ideas in my head to somebody who knows what's happening in the market. So eventually that's how I joined in Raja's intake. And I got into it. I started asking questions to Uncle Ted and got all of my questions answered. So after then, it's just my journey. Right now, it's my journey experiencing the market. So pretty good. That's how I got to meet Raja. I was following him forever. Believe me. I've got his oldest videos about how to think positive. He used to put in stories about how we need to keep our mindset on the top level, the best and stuff, man. So yeah, pretty good. I'm actually a big fan of Raja Banks. I love that guy. If you ever meet Raja Banks, if you ever want to tell him anything about me, tell him I love that guy. He knows about this, but I love that guy, to be honest. All right. Right now, so we are 35 minutes away from the NYSE. So interesting. We are still inside the channel in gold. And the price is still interacting with the channel several times. Look at this. Interaction, 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 interaction. Also rejecting 1855.40. So for the price to move up, it eventually has to break this high here and then move up if it's actually moving up. But if it's actually moving down, price is starting to close below 1855 is a sign for sell. So you will see. But market right now, I think there isn't enough volume right now. So yeah, you will see. You will see. You will see. Alright, so it looks like pound USD has done a fake out on the top here. Looks like this was a fake out maneuver. Look at this on the 15-minute. Whatever happened here in pound USD. Jackie M is saying, I already called it a day because this is the day I used to overtrade. Oh, yeah, man, you have to call it a day. If you think you're going to overtrade, just call it a day. But look at this. This is very interesting. The idea I'm about to share. So if you don't know what is a fake out, this is a fake out. Right? So this was the resistance. This, sorry, hold on. This was a potential resistance level. One 15-minute candle close above with a proper bullish posture. The candle got corrected in the second instant. In the second instance, the price movement on the upside got corrected by these bearish candles. So this is a potential fake out. And if that is a fake out, there's a higher chance price is going to continue even lower. There is a higher chance price is actually going to continue even moving lower and lower. So in pound USD right now, the bias is sell. For me, the bias is sell. So I'm gonna close this right here. If the NYSE is actually going to push the pound USD even lower, it does make sense because it just did a fake out on the top. If there's a fake out on the top, there's a higher chance price will move down. Look at this. So the current 15-minute candle has broken the previous 15-minute candle low, and it has a proper high and a proper bearish body. So there's a higher chance it's actually going to move down. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this sell once price starts closing below this level. This is 14.10.30. If the price starts closing below 14.10.30 level, I'm actually going to take a sell right there. So it's actually going to be a smaller position than usual because I've already taken some position in gold and secured some in gold. So yeah, and I think I'm going to call it a day in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Because yeah, man, it's not the best day to trade, right? It's pretty rangy, so we'll see what's gonna happen. Look at this. As I said, gold is moving up, and we were talking about this forever. We were talking about the channel's interaction forever. We were talking about how price could actually interact with 1855.40 level, and it did. These are the things you got to backtest. These are the things you want to learn about, how the prices react with several levels, how the prices move when moving around these sort of levels. If you relate it with the channel, it does make sense. If you relate it with a clean 1855.40 sort of a key level, it does make sense. Right? So Jur says gold moved up, meaning no left runners. Lol. Yeah, we were talking about how the runners get flushed out, and yeah, man, I know, Jur. I can feel you. I can feel you, my brother. I can feel you. Oh my god. Yeah, so that's funny. Actually funny. Yep, gold is pushing up. there is a higher chance of gold pushing up than anything else. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. So this was actually called out. I was actually talking about how if we break this high, we can actually move up. Look at this. We broke this high. If price had to move up after rejecting 1855.40, after breaking this high, we moved up. We have moved up about 17 pips right now. There's a higher chance it's actually going to move even higher and higher and higher. Very simple. Very simple. We called it out. We just didn't take it. We called it out. So it's lovely. So pound USD is moving down with after this fake out sort of a maneuver. It's actually going to move down. Ah, Ricardo is saying, Jur is a lady. Oh, I'm sorry, Jur. Jur, if I called you with a different gender. I'm sorry, but you understand the vibe, right, Jur? I hope you don't mind. I hope Jur doesn't mind. All right, so pound USD, there's a higher chance it's actually going to move down at this point in time, so we'll see. Jur is saying no problem, dude. Okay, guys, if you guys don't have my Instagram, I'm gonna say you guys my Instagram. Just send me a. Actually, hold on. You guys should know my Instagram. You would know it, you know. Otherwise, just stay connected in the Slack at least. That's all I want to say, because it's actually a lovely group, you know, calm group. It's not naughty. It's actually pretty good. So loving this, pretty good. All right, Jur and Sasha are the gold queens. Ooh, Sasha. Who's Sasha? I'm not sure if Sasha is in the building. No, I can't see Sasha. But Jur is here, so pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, there's a high chance pound USD could move down at this point in time. And looks like gold is pushing up. Gold is pushing up. Man, oh man, gold is pushing up. Yes, it's actually going to feel this wick on the left hand side. Definitely going to feel the wick on the left hand side. And it's actually going to head up even higher. Whoever took this trade one more time, man, you are on the best side right now. To be honest, really on the good side. On the break of this high, if you anticipated the volume and took a buy with a pending or whatever, man, it'll be beautiful. It will be beautiful in about 20 pips right now. So yeah, man, I didn't take the second entry, obviously, so I'm actually going to stay calm for now. We read the market properly. The first entry was taken, and we also did the celebration already. So all right, so Rachel Wong is in the YouTube is talking about somebody over there. I really don't care about that person, so I don't know. I'm just gonna say no comment, Rachel Wong. Because bringing in a idea of dirt in the stream is bad. So I'm not gonna talk about these funny guys in my stream. So yeah, I'm not even gonna call his name. So it's just a funny group. It's a funny group of funny people. So my group knows that these people are known about the evils, all the evil things they've done. So I don't regard them as any valuable individuals. So I'm not going to even talk about it. So that's it. Alrighty. Looks like gold is going to push up, feel the wick on the left hand side, and eventually break 1860.60, which was the original bias for buys. So interesting, pretty interesting. Jew and gold, how much correlation? You have to back test. Smashing Labu, You have to see the correlation. You have to backtest, man. You have to see. You have to do your own bit of research. Because I don't really care about the correlation in GU and gold. I don't care. See, I don't care. I absolutely don't care. I just care about reading my market and being correct in my market. So if I'm correct with my market reading, if I'm correct with whatever I read in the market, that's already fine. I don't need to see a magic number from somewhere else. I don't need that. My eyes are magical already. See, my eyes are magical already. So yep, there's a higher chance gold's gonna move up. Man, this is beautiful. If anybody took the first trade, if you actually figured out that I took a trade and you took it together, beautiful. Tag me in the Instagram. Amazing. So beautiful. Beautiful. Beauty and a beast. we are back to it again. All right, in about 16 minutes away from the NYSE here. Looking at pound USD. Pound USD is, sorry about that. Pound USD, previous hourly candle rejected the top. Actually rejected the top, did something like a fake out on the top. There is a chance that the price in pound USD could actually move even lower. I was actually trying to keep my eyes open for any sort of selling situation below 14.10.30, but for now it's actually above it. So it is what it is, but looks like gold moved up in a beautiful way, right? So gold actually moved up in a beautiful way. We actually talked all about it. We talked about how the channel's reaction could actually allow the price to move up, and which it did. Price did reacted with the channel, did react with 1855.40, so it did make sense to move up, and beautiful. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to call it a day here. So thank you very much for the guys who came in. Thank you for the support. It was a beautiful stream. I apologize because I didn't call the trade earlier, obviously because it was an advanced trade, but guys, thank you for coming in. Thank you very much. We will come live back in the market tomorrow, and we'll see how we can attack the market, or at least enjoy the price action together, and that'll be lovely. Until then, take it easy. Don't overtrade. If there was any valuable ideas discussed in the streams in the stream before, just go back to the stream and search for the ideas we talked about. Until then, thank you very much, and let's grow the community together here. Let's grow the YouTube channel, let's grow the community together. It'll be lovely. It will be actually lovely. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you, Tariq. Thank you for coming in. And I am going to sign off in the next 1 minute. Palin says, yes, master. Ooh. Thank you. See you tomorrow. We're gonna see the market tomorrow. Take it easy. Don't overtrade. Don't overrisk until then. So this is what I'm gonna do. Dun 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 dun.